Hello, Playing B. Hi, how you doing? And today we're watching Buffy the Vampire Slayer Season 5, Episode 11. 11. I'm so hyped. I'm so hyped. Oh my god. Goodness gracious. If you have not been watching along, the past 3 episodes that I've watched are Angel episodes, and I don't want to spoil people that haven't watched Angel, but if you haven't, you just gotta watch it. Because holy shit, the last 3 episodes of Angel were fucking insane. Like, absolutely bonkers. I am still in awe of how insane Angel has gotten in the past 3 episodes. So I'm actually so hyped to get back into Buffy because if you've been watching along, the past 3 episodes of Buffy were quite sad. They were a lot. Very emotional. There's a whole arc with Joyce and like her in the hospital and everything. Luckily, she's all good now. Hopefully in this episode she'll be out of the hospital and all good and dandy. Please. I don't need any more of that heartbreak. Please, for the love of God. But also we got what's his name? Oh my god, what's his name? Riley. Oh my god. I'm so sorry. I've been in an Angel headspace. I forgot Riley's name. Anyways. But yeah, we also booted out Riley. Is he no longer on the show? Probably. Yeah, I got a couple of comments, saying I was a little bit harsh against Riley. Again, those are my opinions. I'm sorry. I don't know. Last episode, I was trying to see it from both sides, and I'm sorry if I seemed a little bit biased, but like, also Buffy's my golden child. If you hurt Buffy, I'm sorry. I'm just gonna be like fully against you. But, yeah, and also I got a couple comments explaining the title of the last episode. It was Into the Woods. In the beginning of the episode, I don't know if they say it or if like, obviously out of the woods for like a medical term is like they're out of like the hardest part basically and like they're kind of in the clear. And then in the last episode, it was like in the beginning she was out of the woods, all good. Buffy was like a lot happier because her mom is okay and all that, but then she gets suddenly struck back into the woods because of Riley and that whole situation. And now that makes sense, and I really like that title, like really. I really like it. But is there anything else that you guys mentioned? I forget. So I was very scared for the last episode that I was gonna post it, and I just hate, hating a decision on the show, if that makes sense. Like, I hate disliking something that the show did, because, like, obviously you guys have watched this for many years, so maybe you guys have, like, been like, okay, yeah, we already had that discussion, whatever, we're over it, But I'm really glad a lot of other people were like, no, yeah, we all hate that she had to run after Riley. At least most of you, had that same opinion, so I'm very glad that you guys also were on the same page as me. But, yeah, I just hate how that, like, decision for her, like, was, like, taken out of her, like, control and was put into, like, basically Riley and Xander's. Like, I didn't really see Xander being completely, like, not in the right. Like, I did like his whole speech and everything, but I got a lot of comments that are like, I hate Xander this episode. Oh my god, Xander's speech in this episode was so stupid. And I actually really liked it. I thought it was very what a friend would do, Like, him going to her being like, hey, you're an idiot for letting this guy go. What are you doing? Like, he was talking to her, like, as a friend, obviously. But, because, like, friends have come to me and be like, hey, what should I do? I'm gonna be like, bitch, leave this man, But, I mean, that's not really me being, like, pushing them, that's just giving my opinion. Yeah, so I do kind of see where people are coming with, like, the whole Xander thing. It is, like, I rewatched the scene and I'm like, yeah, he doesn't really do that scene that well. I guess just, like, while I was watching it the first time, I was kind of like, okay, yeah, I see where you're coming from. But then, like, watching it again, I'm like, yeah, he really pushed Buffy to go after him. And because of that, it doesn't really feel like Buffy's decision, which is where I think most people dislike it so much, because it wasn't Buffy's decision, which is what my big thing was with the last episode. So yeah, it was just like a whole lot of like other people making decisions for Buffy that I really disliked. But yeah, I think we had like a nice conversation about that, but sorry to bring up the last episode like so much, but like there's a lot happening in the last 3 episodes in general that I just wanted to get out of the way before we move on. Because again, these are like discussions. I don't really like do reviews, but like I just like talking about the show, if that makes sense. That's why I call these Buffy talks, you know? But yeah, either way, super excited to get into this episode because hopefully Buffy gets a decision that she gets to make on her own, you know? And also, the last couple episodes, we haven't had a whole lot of, what's her name? Glory? We haven't had a whole lot of her. So I'm curious to see if this episode we dive back into that, dive into all of that. I'm not sure, because over on Angel, again, spoiler alert, if you have not seen Angel, just go watch it, please. It's fucking insane. We got fucking Drusilla back. We got fucking Drusilla in Angel now. What the fuck? And like now, this like lines up with the past Angel episode that I watched, episode 11 of Angel. So I'm like, bitch, please. I would fucking love some sort of crossover. I don't know if it's gonna happen so soon, maybe later in the season. I just have a gut feeling Drusilla's gonna get on the show, and if she does, I'm gonna lose my marbles. I would be so happy. Just, please, that'd be so fucking cool. But, either way, I'm sorry, I'm bringing over my Drusilla chaos from Angel, but either way, that's what I'm coming off of, so I'm just really excited to watch this episode, see where it goes. I'm gonna dial myself down. I need to dial it back several notches, but either way, I just want to get into it, watch, see what happens with the whole Glory and all of, you know, things with Buffy and Riley's situation. I swear to God, if Buffy's gonna be sad this entire episode because of Riley, I will cry. Please, Buffy crying and Willow crying. Those are like my two if they cry, I'm out. So, possibly I will be crying in this episode. Love it. Love it. Was it the last Buffy episode where I cried like 5 times? Or was it the one before? I forget, but recently I've been crying way too much. Hopefully the show gives me a break. Probably not. But yeah, either way, let's just get into it.
You ever have that feeling where there's something you know you're supposed to do and you forgot what it was? Sometimes I sort of forget that he's gone. It's like...
Oh, he gone? I don't
know. If you ever decide to go, I want a warning. You know, big flashing red lights and one of those clocks that counts down like a bomb in a movie.
Oh, now we gotta go?
Maybe it's her.
Huh?
Maybe it won't happen to us because it's all about her messing things up. I mean, she couldn't make it work with Angel, and couldn't she let Riley go away?
Okay. Damn.
I mean, after you smite a few of them, you start going, my goodness, young lady, maybe you're doing something wrong here, too?
Please.
I wonder how she's dealing with it.
Oh, no. She become a nun? Could you imagine? Is that her? Okay. Look at her go.
But what was that? He looked like a demon.
Yeah, he did. Are you okay?
I think so.
Oh my God. Why did that seem like she's about to gaslight her? Yeah, it did, didn't it? What?
About being a nun. You know, with the whole
She asking?
abjuring the company of men. You know, how's that working for you?
Well,
How's the food?
Buffy, please. Oh my God. Is Riley not gonna be here? Are we gonna get some like other clips and stuff? I would not be against that. Imagine we get Tara on here because Riley left. Just throwing it out there. Why does it feel like it's the same, but there's like one person missing? Did they just make it shorter? I feel like they did. I don't know.
What? Switch? You're doing it again.
Sorry. So,
Charles is
Glory's
like,
all
yo,
you're gonna talk to me
okay.
about, right? It's just I trust these watchers about as far as you could throw them.
Thank you very much.
Giles.
For a while, it feels like the end of the world, you know, but big picture,
Not so huge.
not so huge. I just said it feels like the end of the world. Don't you listen?
Come on, Giles.
I'm teasing.
You're going away for a week? That's great.
Yes, yes, everybody seems delighted about it.
Yeah.
Well, I get to run the store. Well, I can take care of that.
I'm envious, Mr. Giles. A trip to England sounds so exciting and exotic. Unless you're English.
Don't worry about
It'll be ship-shape. Better. It'll be shop-shape.
Sandra.
Giles is like, oh my god, I'm not gonna come back to a shop.
you. You with the actual clothing. Who are you?
Fine, fine. Make your funny jokes at the expense of the woman with a hole in her skull.
Let's go.
Please.
Can I hang out in here?
Don't touch anything.
She's just like,
You took so fast.
It wasn't really so fast. I'm leaving. According to everyone who isn't me, it was kind of gradual. I could say all the things I didn't get to say.
please,
I certainly
please.
never told you about showing you riding in that place.
Not the box of
I
chocolates.
didn't mean it.
Is it just gonna be a box of chocolates floating?
I was trying to help.
I thought it was gonna look into the mirror and it was just
Not
gonna
like
be
I
the
made him
box
be there,
floating.
that's all.
Oh, I'll insult him if I want to. I'm the one who's on your side. Me.
This is going
Doing
great.
you a favor,
With your
and
imaginary
you
Buffy.
being dead petty about it, and you ungrateful bitch!
Okay, I don't think that went as planned. Maybe you can bring some note cards.
I tried to use it to deride Amy and it didn't work. But I think it might have made her really smart. She keeps giving me these looks like she's planning something, rubbing her paws together.
Poor Amy.
Sometimes I miss having powers.
Oh. Oh. I know what this is. This is peer pressure. Any second now you're gonna make me smoke tobacco and have drugs.
Xander, what I'm doing, it's a good thing. And if it doesn't work, Giles never even needs to know about it. Oops.
No shot.
The cash register.
Of course, that's what she cares about. I like money better than people. People can so rarely be exchanged for goods and/or services.
Sandra, she's pretending to be me.
Well, can you even believe how she's acting?
Okay, you know what? I'm tired of being the one in the middle.
You made him mad.
Me?
Okay, well,
Tara, who do you think he was more mad at?
You know, I think maybe you guys have some stuff you need to work out. You know, just really talk.
she's like, actually, I have someplace to be. You know?
Spirits of light, grant my wishes.
Sorry, I thought you were done.
Do you want to screw this up?
Oh my god. Oh
No.
my god.
No. I'm sure you can do that all on your own. Said it.
No, you haven't.
Are they gonna
Come
switch
on.
bodies?
Let it out.
What the fuck? Okay.
He's not a ball of sunshine.
Oh gosh. Giles is gonna
Miss
be
Mester.
pressed.
Anya and Xander are in trouble?
Oh, no, I said that all wrong. And then Xander kind of snapped at both of them and he left.
He left? Xander left Anya?
No, not left her. He just left.
Little things get bigger, you know, and if you don't catch the little thing, and then beautiful love.
I think they'll be fine.
Miraculous love.
Tara looks stunned. She was like, okay.
Or a you thing. It definitely feels like a you thing.
Look, just find the reverse spout.
Please tell me they,
Watch it.
please tell me they have a
Oh, it's
good
you.
conversation. Do it.
Spike, don't go away.
Gee, okay. Spike's like, ooh, drama.
Why would I do that when
Oh,
it's
what
bloody
is
or
that
something,
from?
Not holding grudges.
What are you talking about? What does Buffy have to do with anything? What grudges?
He's like, so does Buffy ever mention
No
me?
need to talk about it.
This thing's probably leaving a huge trail.
I love that Buffy and Tara are like out of town for one day. And did this happen the last time he left us?
A lot of people never really got Drew, you know.
Well, she was insane. And that's like, well,
Let's not
I
mention
get all
her.
torn. I'm gonna run get Buffy. Or maybe you can fight him.
Yeah, I could do that, but I'm paralyzed with not caring very much.
You there!
I think I noticed him.
I wish Buffy was here.
I'm here.
I wish I had $1 million. Just checking.
What's going on?
Hello, Buffy.
Oh my god.
Willow
Please,
stole ingredients
please.
Purple crystal. He's a troll.
Wait, you did this?
That shot of
No,
him being
we-
like,
I mean, us, her.
hello, Buffy.
It's very.
Told the witch to do that on Yanka. You seem determined to put an end to all my fun, just like you always did when we were dating.
Anya,
Well, he wasn't a troll then. You know, he was just a big dumb guy, and
please.
you know, he cheated on me, and I made him into a troll. Which, by the way, is how I got the job as a vengeance.
Witches. Filthy, dirty, disgusting witches.
Oh.
They trapped me. I was imprisoned in that crystal for centuries.
The fuck?
At the Conjuring, yeah, that's.
Spike! Oh my god. Please, Spike! Oh my god. Oh my god. Again, Giles, you just cannot leave us unattended at all. Ever again.
What are you doing?
Making this woman more comfortable. I'm not sampling, I'll have you know. I mean, look at all these lovely blood-covered people. I could, but not a taste for Spike, not a lick. I knew you wouldn't like it.
You want credit for not feeding off bleeding disaster victims?
What's it take?
Hurry up!
It's like, I'm trying here.
On relocation.
You think I'm gonna hurt Xander? I would never hurt Xander. You really think I would do that?
Anya, it's what you do.
I know what broke up him and Cordelia, you know. It was you. And your lips.
No, it was not. Well, yes, it was so, but oh, do you think I'd do that again?
Why not?
Well, hello, gay now.
But you're always doing everything you can to point out how much I'm an outsider. Orphans together.
She's like,
you always
hello,
know him better
I
than
play for the
I
other
do.
team now.
We're not touching these women.
Please, I'm so... that was so fucking funny.
Only one of your women shall die, and you shall be the one to choose. You are a loyal man.
Oh my god.
Now, choose. Shall be the one who dies.
No! Choose me! Just don't take him! How can you help?
Distract him from Buffy. Piss him off.
I don't know how.
Anya, I have faith in you. There is no one you cannot piss off.
God,
Pay off!
So, your power's in your hammer?
please. Oh my god.
Oh, yeah. I forgot he still has all that troll
She's
strength.
like, what the
You shall
fuck,
all
Anya?
die. Their love will never last.
We are crying and fighting at the same time.
Baby.
Please.
You really dated him?
Their love will last forever.
Please, the fact that they didn't even
The
show.
transposition be complete.
Oh my god, I love that that was off camera.
I'm just so happy for you.
Please.
Cringe to think what the place would have looked like if I'd been away for longer than 3 days.
Well, maybe we would have
Giles,
had time to clean
thank
it
God
up.
you're back.
Most of them nonsensical.
No. Oh my god, Dawn.
They don't know that it's Dawn.
No.
Oh, I still can't even begin to grasp this. Oh, she's my little girl.
Oh my god.
It is disorienting.
That made me nervous. Oh my god, I just realized my quote of the day fits the episode. No freaking way. Okay, so she. Let's look at the title. Triangle. Okay, very nice. Yeah, it has a 7.6 rating, written by Jane Epsonson and directed by Christopher Hibbler, I think. Director seems new, and of course we got our girl Jane. Yeah, I did want to mention real quick about the directing. The directing was actually, there was just something different about it, which was interesting that, like, it's a director that I haven't really seen a whole lot of. But, especially in this one scene where Buffy is, when Buffy's talking to Tara at school. Okay, so when she's talking about, like, Riley and all that, like, it stays on her in kind of, like, a very, like, mid-shot, like, a lot closer than you think it should be, like, for them walking, you know? And it's, like, a tracking shot, and it's, like, staying so close to her, and it seems so strange and, like, kind of claustrophobic when you're watching it. At least that's what I got. And I think it's so... It was an interesting choice to do that, because it kind of just, like, brings you all into her and be like, yes, she is, like, going through it. Like, she's, like, in her own headspace with the whole Riley thing, and she's just spiraling, and I just really like that choice. I noticed it while I was watching it. I didn't know how to, like, say it while I was watching, but I really did like that choice for that one shot. So, yeah, this episode... yeah, very fun and fresh and dandy. Yeah, so it's basically, I kind of like these kinds of episodes, like, where they're, like, kind of putting Buffy on the back burner, because, like, she just went through a lot, and she needs a little break. So... they kind of go into, like, one of the side characters, and in this case, it was, Willow and Anya, and I was not expecting to love it as much as I did. When they were starting to set it up, I was like, okay, where, you know? But I really liked it. I enjoyed how it kind of brought up past things with, like, Xander and Willow, and obviously, like, many insecurities from, like, Anya's point of view, for, like, could you imagine being in Anya's, like, place where you start dating this guy, like, what, a year or so ago? 2 years ago? They've been together for a while. And he's still best friends with his childhood best friend that he cheated with when he was with someone else in high school. Like, I would have been like, okay, why are you still friends with that person? What is happening? Why would you be friends with the person that you cheated with when you were with someone else? That's kind of sketchy, my guy, you know? But I kind of like how they discussed it, you know? And I've gotten a couple comments that are like, I don't know, just... the whole thing with Xander and Willow when they were in high school, and the whole thing where they were cheating with each other and all that, I've already said multiple times, I feel like it wasn't very... I don't know. Again, they were teenagers, so teenagers are dumb with their hormones, you know? But I do feel kind of like a hypocrite because I'm so against Riley when he was, like, cheating. But, like, I do give Willow and Xander kind of, like, a pass. But, like, I don't know, just in my mind it feels so different because they were childhood best friends, so, like, and then they're teenagers, and they're both in their first relationships, and it's just, like, a lot of, like, feelings, and you're gonna get them mixed up, and then you think that you have feelings for that person, but actually the feelings are very different. It's like, I don't know if anyone else went through this, but when I was in high school, I had no friends. So, when any male literally talked to me, I thought that that was, like, something, you know? Obviously, it isn't, because people just talk to each other. But, like, for me, I was like, oh my god, this person's giving me attention. This is really cool. Oh my goodness, you know? But, so it's, like, kind of like, you know, I don't know how to explain it. Just high schoolers, especially, like, with Willow, being like, you know, like kind of like the nerdy kid. And then she finds Oz, they get into a relationship, it's all cool. And then suddenly Xander's in a relationship. He's with Cordelia. And it's just like kind of all these things flying around like, oh my gosh, we're both in relationships, but I have known you my entire life. And, you know, obviously Willow had a crush on Xander literally forever. So it's like, you know, and I wonder if like that's sort of, because obviously I didn't know that she identified as gay. I thought that we were supposed to think that she was bi. Maybe that's just like because of the times and like that really wasn't, you know, a thing. But I thought that that was the case, that she, you know, plays for both teams, you know? Which I was gonna be happy because, you know, representation doesn't really happen with most characters, because I do hate when a character is straight in one season and then they find someone of the same sex that they like and then they're like suddenly gay now. So like that kind of just like adds in like, okay, yeah, I think the whole Willow having a crush on Xander, it's probably because like she felt like she had to have a crush on a guy, and the one best friend, you know, the guy next door that she hangs out with all the time and goes to her school, she's like, yeah, I'll just have a crush on him because he's the closest guy in proximity to me, you know, and actually talks to me. And then after the whole Oz thing, and also Willow, again, now is gay, so I'm sure she's so confused and is like, yeah, this is what I should do, right? And then, of course, we also got the whole thing with, like, Cordy and Xander, like, they were, like, hiding their relationship, and then, like, they didn't really tell anyone, and then Willow found out, and then she felt betrayed, and it was, like, this whole thing. But then, I don't know, I always just thought that them cheating with each other was just kind of more telling of, like, how immature they were, and just, like, more telling of, like, how, as kids, they were just together. So it was kind of like one of those things where, like, they just had those feelings, like, pent up, and that they didn't tell each other. And then, of course, it cultivated into this one, you know, them kissing, and then them... I really dislike that, you know, it's not like I'm, like, advocating for them, but it's like, I understand feelings are confusing, you know? And especially with the whole Willow thing, now her being gay, it's like, oh my god, girl, you were confused, weren't you? You were, like, having all the thoughts going through your head. But yeah, I hope I'm making sense with that. I don't know. But yeah, so, like, I hate, like, talking about that because I do feel like a hypocrite because, like, with Riley, I'm so against it, but then Willow and Xander, it's like, I just understand it, you know? Like, and also we gotta take into account Riley went to a fucking house to get his blood sucked and getting, you know? And that's very different than a childhood crush that you had for literally ever that, you know? And also Riley is a whole ass adult now, and they were teenagers in high school, which, you know, not the best. I don't know if I'm making sense with, like, my views on, like, the whole Xander and Willow thing. But if you guys have any, like, similar feelings, definitely tell me. I just feel like, I don't know. And it's like, I hate to, like, give both of them a pass, but it's like, I don't know. And then also in the past, I definitely feel like I blame Xander more for, like, the whole thing. But that was because, like, I felt like Xander kind of had this higher ground in the whole situation where, like, he knew that Willow really liked him. And then he kind of just, like, let it happen, you know? And I just felt like Willow, like, liked him for so long that, like, you know, it's just, like, I don't know. But now I feel like, obviously, it takes two to tango, you know? So obviously both of them are at fault. It's like I understand both of them now, and it's like I kind of understand the whole situation, and it's not like I blame either one of them because, you know? But, yeah. I just wanted to give you an update on, like, how I've been thinking about, like, that whole thing, because it has been a while, and I have been thinking a lot about it. So yeah, that's my updated kind of point of view of, like, the whole thing from, 2 seasons ago? So yeah, back to this episode. Yeah, Buffy this episode is so freaking cute, and I felt so bad for her crying and at the school, and then later on when the troll is like, they're never gonna be together, they're gonna, it's gonna end horribly, and she's like, their love is beautiful, thank you very much. I adore her so much, Buffy. Oh my god, it's just so in her character to be crying and like be so emotional because of like that thing that she went through while she's fighting a troll. I just love her so much. But yeah, so then we got Tara, and I freaking love in the first half or so, we got like these split off, like all the characters like kind of like formed their own groups with like Willow and Anya, which that was like the main thing. I loved how we got to get more into like their relationship and like how they interact, because it is kind of funny how Anya is, and Willow, I don't know, she's always been a little judgy of Anya, which I guess that comes from, being best friends with Xander, and like, you're always a little judgy of someone that gets with your best friend, but yeah, then we also got Buffy and Tara. Please, I need more of them together. I was so upset that we didn't get more of them, but Tara and Buffy are so cute. Oh my god, I love them to bits. But yeah, then we also got Xander and Spike, which again, I wish we got a little bit more of that, because I feel like it could have been so freaking cool to get Spike to like, get more things out of Xander. But yeah. Fucking Spike in this episode. Please, can we talk about that for a second? Please. I can't get over his whole mentality with it. It's like, you see, Buffy, I am not snacking on these people that just got hurt in this accident from a troll, I know, I'm so genuine. I'm so thoughtful. I'm so great, maybe boyfriend material? I don't know. Who said that? I don't know. Spike is just a character, and I love him so much. I'm very curious to see how they go about it with, like, him trying to get with Buffy. Oh my god. And then he mentioned Drew in this episode. I'm just saying. He literally only mentioned her name, but I am just throwing it out there. I was going to say something. I forget. Oh, the scene where Buffy gets into the bronze, and please, the shot of Spike like walking up to her being like, hey. I can't get over it. Please. He is so funny with please, James, the guy that plays Spike, fucking brilliant actor in this episode. I mean, always, but in this episode, he plays it so fucking good. And then in the beginning, where he's like trying to like play out him talking to Buffy, and then he gets mad. Oh, iconic behavior. Iconic. Goodness. But yeah, so we also got Joyce in this episode, which was so freaking cute. I love Joyce so fucking much. Oh my god, please, I'm gonna cry again because of how much I love her. Oh my god. Goodness. And when they were like making fun of like her and her robe and all that, and then she made like some comment like, oh yes, let's make fun of the lady with a hole in her head. Please. It's just so, I love her so much. It just reminds me of again, she reminds me of my mom. And my mom, she is basically deaf. She been hard of hearing her entire life. She's been wearing hearing aids forever. But when I was in like middle school, she got the cochlear implant, which was amazing. She fucking loves it. It was only on one side, which it's very invasive surgery. You literally have to drill into your head, it's like putting a magnet in there, so it's insane. But my mom had to go through that, and she had to wear like this like big white thing like over her head, and like she was like out for like a week because obviously you drilled into your fucking head. And I just remember her like being like, you know, just kind of off because obviously she's like still loopy from the whole thing. And you know, getting to see her when like my mom like she gets out of bed and then she's like starting to like get back into her routine, and I just love Joyce. Oh my god. I think it's because I just see so much of my mom in her too. Especially in this season. I don't think in like the previous seasons I don't see my mom in her as much, but just this season, I think just like with the health complications and everything, it just gives me like newfound appreciation for Joyce. Please. I love her so much. Why am I about to cry? Okay, enough. But yeah, what else about this episode? Yeah, so let's talk about the troll. I didn't really talk about that a whole lot, but yeah, it's Anya's ex. Please. That is so funny to me. I feel oh my god. She turned him into a troll, and then she turned into a demon after that. Iconic behavior. Girl boss energy. Oh my gosh. But yeah, so then at the end also we got Xander. He had to like choose between Willow and Anya. And I think that was just such a cute scene where he's like, no, I'm not fucking doing that, you crazy troll. Listen, I don't know what the fuck Xander is on in this season, but he... I literally don't know what I think it's legitimately because he's older. Literally, teenage boys make me want to claw my eyes out. So the fact that like he's older now, and like I feel like he's also just learned so much with like all the things that happened to him with like Cordelia, and then obviously the whole Willow situation. I think he's just learned so much as well that I think both of them have like that, you know, you can't just do that to someone, you know, and you have to like act right or you're going to lose someone, you know, because I don't think Cordelia ever went back to Xander, right? Oz and Willow went back together, but is that right? I'm almost positive Cordy never goes back to Xander, so I'm just saying. Right, yeah, and then near the end of the school, Anya gets with Xander, right? Yeah. So I think also like he just like has that lesson in him as well, that like he can't just do that. And also when you grow up you just fucking become better. Like you become a better person, you know, you're not as selfish. And I just love Xander in this season. What is happening with this season? Goodness. But yeah, with the whole Willow and Anya thing, I feel like I've already said what I meant to say, but yeah, either way, I do like this episode where it kind of took like a different kind of relationship between Willow and Anya, and they kind of like deep dived into it and like was like, okay, let's keep going with it, you know, what they have a little problem, what is happening with this, maybe we should make them go against one, you know, central villain and have them, you know, fight against each other, like fight with each other, no, fight against the troll together. Goodness, why could I not say that? But yeah, I just thought it was cute, and it was I don't know, I really enjoyed it, but like don't get me wrong, there was just something about this episode that was like very slow, you know, it was very slow paced, I think is what my main problem was. Like it just took its time, you know, which I think it had to, you know, because of the whole Buffy thing, trying to get over Riley. And we had to like show those scenes with like her being like, yeah, I'm fine, you know, I took down all his pictures, I'm totally fine, you know, I'm getting there. And then the next scene where she's talking to Tara and like she kind of like breaks down because like she's talking about Xander and Anya's relationship, where like, you know, kind of living, you know, talking about her relationship as well. But yeah, also we got I forgot the last scene. Giles went to the Watchers Council to talk about Glory and the whole like, you know, portal key, whatever. And I'm very curious to see if we get a whole lot of that in the next episode, because the next episode is episode 12 of Buffy, so we're gonna keep going. So I'm super excited about that. I'm like really hyped. But I do love, again, that this episode is literally just Giles leaving and then everything going to shit. Like literally everything that could go wrong went wrong. And I kind of love that about Giles. Giles is like just like the glue that holds everyone together, and without him, all bets are off. And it's what he deserves. I fucking love him so much. But wasn't there an episode, I know for a fact there was an episode previously where that happened, where Giles left and then everything went to shit. What was it? I remember making that joke like before. What was it? I don't remember. But I love that like that happened again, where Giles leaves and then just everything goes to shit. And then he goes back, he's like, what the fuck? Really? Really? Goodness, I've been talking for so freaking long. But either way, I do believe that is all I have to say for this episode. I do believe we talked about a lot. We talked about a lot of stuff. Definitely let me know what your guys' thoughts are on this whole thing, this whole episode, and also like, you know, how I've also changed some of my opinions for like things that I've said in the past. Definitely let me know what you guys think. And yeah, thank you to all my beautiful patrons over on Patreon. I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!